we will learn the topic symmetric and schizo-symmetric matrix with the help of one example. I have taken this example and we will try to explain with the help of this how this matrix is square matrix. We will write as a sum of the symmetric and schizo-symmetric matrix. We know that matrix A is equal to 1 upon 2. It is A plus A transpose and 1 upon 2 A minus A transpose. Student, we used to prepare this result we have discussed yesterday. We can represent 1 upon 2 A plus A transpose by P. We will say this is P, and 1 upon 2 A minus A transpose, we are saying it is Q. So what we will do, here now we have the matrix B, or we can write here A also on the place of this B. It will be exactly matched to the formula. Now what we will do, we will try to write this matrix first of all in this form, 1 upon 2 A plus A transpose, and then we will find 1 upon 2 A minus A transpose. We will add these two equations, and if it will be equal to the matrix A, then we will say matrix can be written as a sum of the symmetric and schizo-symmetric matrix. Because this is what it represents. It represents symmetric, and A minus A transpose always is schizo-symmetric. So let us see how we will do. So first of all, from matrix A, I am finding what is A transpose. A transpose, we have learned how to find yesterday. We can find it. It is 2 minus 2 and minus 4. This is minus 1, 3 and 4. This is 1, minus 2 and minus 3. We will find what is A plus A transpose now. See here we are finding this. What is the value of A plus A transpose? If these two matrices we will add, it is 2 minus 2 minus 4 and minus 1 3 4 1 minus 2 minus 3. If this I will add in the transpose of this matrix that we have calculated here, it is now, we can write it is 2 minus 1 1 and minus 2 3 minus 2 minus 4 4 and minus 3. If you will add these two matrices, you will be getting here. We can add, because the order of these two matrices are same, so we can add. It is 2 plus 2, corresponding element we will add. It is 4 minus 3 minus 3 minus 1 and minus 2 you will add. It is also minus 3 3 and 3 you will add. It is 6 4 and minus 2 you will add. It is 2. Then 1 and minus 4 you will add. It is minus 3 minus 2 and 4 you will add. It is 2 minus 3 and minus 3 again you will add. It is minus 6. If you will find what is the value of 1 upon 2 A plus A transpose, then you need to divide each element by 2. So you will finding this. So it will be equal to each element I am dividing by 2 now. So we can write now here it is 4 divided by 2 minus 3 divided by 2 minus 3 divided by 2 again minus 3 divided by 2, and this is, we can write here 6 upon 2 2 upon 2 minus 3 upon 2, it is 2 upon 2 minus 6 upon 2, which will be equal to, we can write here it is 2 minus 3 by 2. It is also minus 3 by 2. Then again minus 3 by 2. It is 3. It is 1. Minus 3 by 2. 1 and minus 3. Once again we are cross checking whether we have done correct or not. 4 divided by 2 it is 2. These all are correct. 6 divided by 2 3. 2 divided by 2 1. This is again same. That here we have done absolutely right. Then this is one part we have done. This value we can say it is equal to P. This value we can say this value is equal to P. Similarly, we will have to find the value of Q also. Means we will have to calculate what is A minus A transpose. So A minus A transpose I am calculating here. So we can write this is A and that is A transpose. So children, I am doing this. You will write it is 2 minus 2, that is 0, and here it is 1 upon 2. I am writing this 2 minus 2 I am doing, it is 0. Then minus 2, or I can write a little bit in the detail also. I am writing like 2 minus 2, minus 2 minus minus 1, minus 4 minus 1, and minus 1 minus minus 2, and 3 minus 3, and 4 minus minus 2, and 1 minus minus 4, and it is minus 2 minus 4, and this is minus 3 minus minus 3. So if you will solve them further, you will be getting here it is equal to 2 minus 2, here I can write 0, and 0 divided by 2 is also again 0. Then here it is minus 2 plus 1, it is minus 1 we got, so minus 1 upon 2 I am writing. Here it is minus 4 minus 1 minus 5, so it is minus 5 upon 2 I am writing. Here it is minus 1 plus 2, so it is 1, this is 1 upon 2 we can write. Here it is 0 again. Then here it is 4 plus 2 6 divided by 2 it is 3, and here again 1 plus 5 it is 6 divided by 2 3, minus 6 divided by 2 minus 3, and minus 3 plus 3 this is 0. So you can just have a general idea about from here only, because the principal diagonal element, if you will notice, these all are 0, and we have discussed one properties also. In skew symmetric matrix, always the element along the principal diagonals remains 0. So that is why we can say this is a skew symmetric matrix. We can say this is equal to Q. Student, if you will add now P and Q, this matrix P, if you will add in matrix Q, then let us see whether we will get matrix A or not. If we will get matrix A, that is all correct. That means it is verified this rule. So we are going to add now. This part I am running from here. See, I am taking the value of P and Q, and we want to find whether P plus Q. What is the value of P plus Q? So matrix P I am writing, it is 2 minus 3 by 2 minus 3 by 2. It is again minus 3 by 2. It is 3. It is 1 minus 3 by 2 and 1 and minus 3. This I am adding in the matrix Q. Matrix Q is 0, minus 1 by 2, minus 5 by 2, and 1 by 2, 0, and 3, 3, minus 3, and 0. These two matrices where you will add, what you will get? Let us see. You will add 2 plus 0. You will be getting, if you will add 2 plus 0, it is 2. Minus 3 by 2 plus minus 1 by 2. Children, how you will add these? Minus 3 by 2 and plus minus 1 by 2 if you will do, you will be getting minus 3, minus 1, minus 4 by 2, means we are getting minus 2. So, this is minus 2. Similarly, minus 3 by 2 and minus 5 by 2. You will add again. I am writing here, it is, we are having minus 3 by 2 and plus minus 5 by 2. So, it is also minus 3, minus 5, minus 8 upon 2, means we are getting here minus 4. Similarly, you will be getting minus 3 by 2 and 1 by 2. So, obviously you will be getting here minus 1. 3 plus 0, you will be getting 3 only. 1 plus 3, you will be getting 4. Minus 3 by 2 and 3. This part you can solve here. What is minus 3 by 2 plus 3? So, you will be getting here minus 3 plus 6 upon 2. It is 3 upon 2. See, we are getting here 3 upon 2. But here we were getting 1. So, that means there is some mistake remaining there that you will see. Let us see this remaining term first of all. Minus 2 and minus 3. Here it is. Minus 3 by 2 and 3 we have added. So, we will be getting here plus 3 upon 2. And here it is 1. So, this we will check. This 1 and minus 3 we will check. Here it is minus 2, all correct. Minus 3 and 0 we will check. Minus 3 plus 0, it is minus 3. So, what element it is coming from? So, let us see with the help of which term this is coming. Here we have done, this is 1 plus 1 minus minus 4. We have done this. 1 minus minus 4. So, it is what basically 1 plus 5. And 1 plus 5, 1 plus 4, it is equal to 5. That means this element we had 5 from. Here it is 5 upon 2. So, this one you will correct now. Here it is, not this one. You will correct this. This is 5 upon 2. And let us see now, if you will put up here 5 upon 2. So, what you will get? Then you will be getting 2 here, and here also you will be getting 2. 2 divided by 2, it is 1. So, now it is 1. See now, this is equal to matrix A. So, we have proved with the help of this example, any square matrix we can expand and the sum of the symmetric and skew symmetric matrices. So, this is only I wanted to tell you in this video. Let us see further what we will discuss today. I hope you will understand this better. So, there are many cases given in your textbook. You can take the help of the textbook and try to complete the examples and the questions. I want to discuss with you something about the elementary operation. Elementary operations, और इनको हम लोग बोलते हैं, we can also say transformation. something new we are discussing today. What is called elementary operation and transformation of a matrix? Student, on any matrix, suppose we have a square matrix. With the help of this example, I want to explain you. Let A be a square matrix. So what happens on any matrix? Basically, we can apply. There are total 6 operations we can apply. 3 operations are related to the rows and 3 are related to the columns. So these operations are basically called elementary operations or transformation. So what are these operations? One by one we can discuss. First of all, I am telling you about the elementary rows transformation. Elementary rows transformation is what? In this, there are 3 rules. Number 1, if there is one matrix given, any 2 rows of that matrix you can interchange. Means any row, suppose this is row Ri, this row we can interchange with another row of the same matrix. This operation is represented by this procedure Ri interchange with Rj. With the help of example, we can understand. Suppose there is one matrix A, I am taking 2, 3, 5 and 1. Suppose I want to change. This is suppose R1 here and this is R2. What I want to interchange R1 and R2. So I can apply this operation. I can write now it is, and by this transformation, whatever the matrix there we will get, that will be equivalent to matrix A. So we can write it is equivalent to matrix A, and it is 5, 1, 2, 3. If we will apply this transformation, what transformation we have applied? We have changed R1 and R2. So this is one operation we can say. Parallelly we will understand elementary column operation also. कॉलम ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन भी हम इनको बोल सकते हैं. So means the same operation is applicable for the column also. We can interchange 2 columns. Suppose there is first column, it is Ci. We want to interchange with Cj. With the help of same example, you can understand any 2 column if you want to interchange. Suppose C1 we want to interchange by C2. Second operation is, student, we can multiply by a scalar to any row or column of a matrix. So if you want to write in detail, you can write any row or column can be multiplied by a scalar. How we will represent this? Suppose row is Ri. This Ri row I can write Ri row I will change like it is Kri. So if you will take example, you can understand better. मान लीजिए suppose I am taking this matrix only and row R2 suppose I am multiplying by 2. So I can make a new matrix here. This matrix will be equivalent to matrix A only. I will write here it is 2, 3, and because these 2 elements we are multiplying by 2, it will be 10 and 2. What is the operation we have applied? R2 we have converted into 2R2. Similarly, we can write here second operation for columns. It is CI. We can write it is KCI. CI also we can write KCI. Same procedure. Means any column we can multiply by any scalar. So it will be represented by CI is equal to KCI. One more operation related to the row or column that I am writing here. This operation is number 3. See what we can do. If there is any matrix given, so what we can do? We can add the row or the column. Suppose R2 I want to add in R1 by multiplying some scalar in R2. Again listen, R2 or R1 I want to add, but before that I want to multiply by row R2 by some scalar. So this operation will be represented by, I am changing basically R1, and how I am changing this? R1 plus KR2. Row R2 I have multiplied by this scalar K, and see I have added in R1. So example we can take, suppose there is one matrix C1, here it is 3, 1, 2, 2, 1, 3, minus 1, 2, 0. And here I am applying now this operation. I am writing R1, I am changing now R1 plus 2R2. So you can write this, it will be equivalent to, this will be equivalent to, you will write the element now, changes will take place in R1. R1 में changes हो रहे हैं, and how it will be? We will multiply first of all this by 2, it is 4, 4 plus 3, it is 7. This you will multiply by 2, it is 2, 2 plus 1, it is 3. This you will multiply by 2, it is 6, 6 plus 2, it is 8. And R2 will remain as is it, there will not be any change in R2, and remaining row R3 also will remain as is it. So in this way, these two matrices will be equivalent. So these are the three operations, and same operation can be applied for the column also. We can write CI, we can write here CI plus K CJ. In general language, this operation also you can write in general terms. Means we can write here, or suppose here I am writing for rows, it is you can write Ri we are changing, it is Ri plus K Rj. So these are the three operations or transformation we will have to understand. Now try to listen again. I am explaining again now so that you can understand better. There are total 6 operations. Out of that, these 6 operations are divided into 3 rows operation and 3 column operation. So, what is row operation? And one more thing, as you will apply row operation, the same operation can be applied for the column also. If suppose the first operation we have discussed for the row, Ri and Rj can be interchanged. In any square matrix, we can interchange any 2 rows. Any 2 rows can be interchange. So you can suppose if it is a matrix of order 3, we can interchange R1 with R3, or if you want you can interchange R2 with R3, or if you want to interchange you can interchange R1 with R2. Similarly, same operation can be applied for the column. You want to interchange C1 and C2, you can interchange them. You want to interchange C1, C3, you can interchange them. And similarly, C1, C2, C3, you can interchange. So this is one operation. Second operation is what? Any row of a square matrix can be multiplied by any scalar. It will, and the resultant will be equivalent to the matrix A only. So what we have done? We have taken this example. Suppose with the help of this example now we want to understand. Suppose here R1 I want to multiply by any scalar. Suppose by 2. So what will happen now? Changes will take place in R1 only. So next matrix you will make, this matrix will be equivalent to matrix A only. R1, all the elements of the R1 you will multiply by 2. Same operation can be applied for the column. Ci we have changed KCi. So it means that here whatever the row you want to or column you want to use, you can write the number of that column. Like here I have written R2. I is symbolically I have written. The column wise we have applied, we will not write Ri. We will write exact value of the row. It is second row, then R2. If it is third row, then R3. Similarly for columns. And the third operation, this is also very important. Like any row we can multiply by any scalar and further can be add in any other row. So this operation is represented by Ri, we are changing like Ri plus Krj. Similarly, the operation can be applied for the column also. Ci we want to change in Ci plus Kcj. Here I have explained you how we will apply this third operation. So student, these are the total 6 elementary operations for the matrix. These operations very useful for finding the inverse. Why we have studied this? Because with the help of these operations we will now find the inverse of a matrix. So in the next video I will discuss with you what is the inverse and how to calculate the inverse using the elementary row transformation. Thank you.